Broadcasting again for another. Hold on, let me open the app. There it is, live now. Baltimore versus Los Angeles. Oh crap, there's a typo. There is a typo. I must have put in SF and it autocorrected to S2. Supposed to be San Francisco, but not St. Louis. Okay, now we're ready. Shield mode is on because we have to look up the weather for Baltimore, Maryland, as that's where our first game of the week will take place. I was actually on a 3-day vacation, which is why I was not streaming the games immediately as the game started. Why is it still 80 degrees where I live, bro? I'm gonna just because I'm curious. I'm gonna look up what it was like in. It's not even. Yeah, there's a massive heat wave. But let's go to Baltimore, Maryland. This is the first nighttime game I've ever broadcasted, so guess what? The weather's not gonna be daytime. So first of all, it's nighttime. Weather's clear. And the wind is 5 miles an hour. Open up Access Football. It's time we get the game together. There's no one connected to my headset.
Go say hi.
Can y'all hear me? I assume you guys couldn't hear me because I was connected to the headset, but as I was saying, we are in the middle of preparing our game where the home team is Baltimore and the away team is the Los Angeles Tide. So if you're from Los Angeles or Baltimore, get ready for some fun. Alright, I'm going to use the default uniforms. We're going to go to Grimace Flight Industries Arena. Now, next year, when it comes to the 2021 version of the mobile game, there's going to be more stadiums. So expect a lot of teams to relocate from because there used to be, right now, there's only 7 stadiums, but there's going to be more than that, as I think Orlando's going to get one. I know that for sure. So most of the teams that are connected to the Miami Warriors Stadium, those stadium teams that will not have a stadium will connect to Orlando soon because they would be closer to there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna meet after we but I'm pretty sure we probably.
So yeah, that's that. Weather. It is clear. Time of day. It is nighttime because we are not broadcasting at daytime right now. Wind speed is mild. We're going to set the difficulty all the way to the max and begin the game. Cross your fingers we don't lose.
Hello and welcome to
If you're a
Baltimore,
Baltimore fan
or
or a Los Angeles fan,
Sports Network, this
as
is
both
Dave
teams
Stevens, and I'm
are probably
joined
saying
by
that.
analyst Mike Steele. This game is shaping up to be really
Whoa,
exciting, Dave. Both
Rule number
teams are
1.
primed and
Turn
ready.
this idiot off when broadcasting games.
Is the raptor bothering you?
Rule number 2. Check Omlet Arcade to see if the audio is correct. It is. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's do this. Who won the toss? Baltimore won the toss. The home team is more likely to win the toss than the away team is.
You see my Eiffel Tower of death?
Welcome to Week 12 of the Extreme Access Football season.
There's a raptor in here.
I forgot. I totally missed these commercials. This is what I didn't miss about being on vacation. The commercials. I would play Access Football with commercial free because we weren't connected to the internet and my SIM card was locked. So yeah. What's up, Extreme Boys TV? Alright. So back into Baltimore. We're going to see
Red 31. Red 31. Go.
what happens in a minute. And also, for those of you who are just tuning in, the reason why these games was not on yesterday because I was not here yesterday, or as I was I was camping for the last 3 days, so that is why I was not here. But we're back now, and we're not going anywhere for a while, at least.
Red 9. Red 9. Set.
So be sure to stick around if you are enjoying the game so far.
Yeah, I do.
Black 5.
Now, when it comes to the Ultimate Access Football League, preseason week 1 has kicked off. As I've played half the games already, I couldn't broadcast them because we were at the campground. But Baltimore did win their first preseason game. And who was it against again? It was against the San Francisco Sharks.
Tonight.
And it looks like Baltimore has scored a touchdown, and the Braves are taking the lead early. Another commercial. You're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. Don't be an idiot.
Blue 4. Blue 4.
Alright, the Los Angeles Tide has the football. Pass is caught, and that's a first down for the Tides.
Blue 19. Blue 19. Ready.
30 seconds to go until the end of the first quarter.
Red 23. Set tonight.
When it comes to Los Angeles in the preseason,
Blue 7.
I don't think they played their game. They have not played their game yet, which means you are one of the lucky ones. Which means you guys will be the lucky half to have your games broadcasted this week.
Black 5. Black 5. Hike. Black tonight. Green.
As normally the preseason is crazy, but the preseason is filled with a bunch of rookies right now. So the football experience is not like it is right now in Access Football League with all the champions out trying to win the season. No, you won't see that right now as it's currently the preseason. Week 1, they're playing with rookies. This stadium looks nice when it's nighttime, too. As the Los Angeles Tide has just now scored a field goal, the Baltimore Braves now lead by 4 points. It's the second quarter now, here in Baltimore. In Baltimore, Maryland, to be exact.
Black 39. Black. Blue 4. Blue 4.
All right, there punts away. It's going towards the Los Angeles Tide. And we got a commercial. How many commercials can you answer in 20 seconds? Choose correct spelling. Height. Your bank, $1,000. Choose the correct spelling. Until. Your bank, $5,000. Choose the correct spelling. Vague. Wrong. Word collect. Play for free if
Green 3. Green 3. Go.
it is now
Ready.
time to see what the
Hike.
Tide can do. Jay White's taken down.
Go. Hike.
I can hear myself.
It is Baltimore ball after the commercial. War Robots, available in the Apple App Store.
Black 21. Black 21. Set. Hut.
And McKinney is taken down, a gain of nothing but loss of 3 yards.
Hike.
Hussins on second down, deep pass is caught. Nope, there's a fumble in the field and it's recovered by the Tide. The tables have turned. Need for Speed, No Limits. Play now.
Nope, there is 4 people. I'm not an independent woman.
Red 31. Red.
So the Los Angeles Tide managed to get the football from the defense. I'm not sure
Red
the
16. Red 6.
So the Braves really need to work on holding the football, while the Tide have done an excellent job getting the football into their possession. as now they have a scoring opportunity here in this drive as Brock takes it and is second down. The Braves need to hold for another two downs to prevent them from getting the touchdown. There's a fumble again, and it's picked up by White.
Blue 26. Blue.
Freeman take it down, and they're going to head for the field goal. Baltimore successfully defended from the touchdown, but they still have to suffer the penalties for the fumble, as they were already in field goal range. Baltimore, it's time for them to shine once again to see if the Los Angeles Tide can't stop them. Block Dooku, play now. The second quarter is going to end in 12 seconds, so be sure to stick around for the third quarter, as this game is a close one.
Excuse me.
Red 9. Red 9.
And that is the end of the first half. So far, the Baltimore Braves are in the lead by 1 point, which is not much, which means both teams can still win the game. Let's see what happens in the second half. It's also the end of the third quarter of the Bucks and the Nets in round 2 of the playoffs, I believe.
Okay. She's feeling him. I'm worried about you right now. Hopefully she doesn't.
All right, hello, stand up. Thank you.
If they suck so bad, then why do they cook them?
Flipper Dunk, download for free.
Blue 4. Blue 4. Tonight. Black 41. Black 41. Tonight. Black 41. Black 41.
No, we're just casually on like 106.
Blue 26. Blue 22.
So it is third down for the Tide. Bascom is going to take it himself and is tackled, and it's fourth down. And it looks like they're going to punt it away as Baltimore gets the ball back.
He was just standing there going
As George with the return, and it's not going to go very far, but it's above the touchback zone.
At 9 o'clock, there's no water. One of the boys eat over there. Carrie,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maverick's
Count Masters Crowd Runner 3D. Download for free.
Everybody take all the dogs out right now. Real good.
Green 29. Green 29.
We will be back in a moment.
She always tells me to take the dogs out when I'm in the middle of the match. It's always when I'm in the middle of a match. Like last match, I went to go eat, so I couldn't do anything.
See, if I caught Maverick in the back,
He's probably heading towards the circle.
then that's one thing. I tell him no, he gets retard. I don't know what it was. And they're not going to know what they're getting punished for.
Calm down.
Taylor, take Maverick out real good. They're not having no more water at night. I'm going to cut it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go
Oh.
inside then.
And I know Luna's going to, she's going to be stressed out.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not gonna be in the storm.
Are you coming
Well, then
out?
somebody needs to take my lunch there.
Usually it takes you 45 minutes to make it through the door. I'll take your lunch there again.
I dropped my stuff. I'll just I'll be back. Where is it? Oh.
Let me drive it. I'll let Kara drive it.
Hey, can I let the driver's seat?
I can't exactly.
There, go ahead.
Okay, I'll be back. Luna, outside!
I can't.
There's only 2 seats.
Okay, go ahead. I'll just walk. But don't go too far.
I just begin.
What?
Oh my god, I'm already low fuel. Jesus Christ.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Well, I have to find a gas station.
No, what you need is a gas can. They're everywhere.
Then get a gas can.
Then stop going so far away.
I just.
Oh my god, listen to me.
Why?
Because you're so far away, there's no way for you to protect me.
You need to protect me.
I have 7 kids. She has 4. You have 1.
Yeah, that's because I'm.
You haven't died, but you also haven't gotten killed either.
I hate this. That you have to get to find gas station. A gas station right here. Go into that, okay?
Do you have enough gas?
Hope not, but we'll see. If not, just keep on looking for gas canisters and I'm up to. There is a board in the room. Did you find a gas canister yet?
I haven't even gotten to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. It's right here. Or not, but there's gas canisters here. The Kara doesn't die while she's in. Here. Here, I'll pull the. Or can have the truck. I'll just take one. The cars. Or do you want to go with Kara?
I'm just trying to find stuff.
I'm gonna go in a truck, but there's 2 trucks. There's only one to go.
Yeah, stay with the other season. Because I don't like driving.
Oh, I don't even have enough gas to fill it. I need to fill this thing
You don't
up.
need to fill it, you just need enough gas for her to, like, not
boogie then.
It's only if I get you before I'm playing.
Hey, Carrie, stay here. I'll go pick up Justin.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for Scratch.
Close to you, don't worry about it. Don't let us know we're here.
All right, we're back. Sorry about the break, but we had no choice.
Blue 26. Blue take.
There's no water.
Blue 26. Blue
So with
take.
news of the fact that the Extreme Access Football, no, not Extreme Access Football, the UAFL, because of the fact that the 2021 version of Access Football can come out, if I could test the game out and it runs smoothly, there will be a bunch of changes. A bunch of teams would get a reskin of all the teams would change their logo. Every single one of them would have a different logo. While some of the teams will actually change their team name. Buffalo Indians is one of them, but we call in the XAFL we call them the Buffalo Football Team. So yeah, that's a lot of teams that are going to change their name. As that's not the only team that's changing their name.
If you die, I'm not.
There are a bunch of others.
Red 23. Red 23. Set go.
I'm a parent. I don't listen to you.
Wait, what we said?
The reason why I know this is because when I looked up things of the 2020 version, I saw that a bunch of team logos were different, and there was a bunch of team name changes. That's why I'm saying the logos are going to change. Not because of the 2021 version, but because of the 2020 version. But once the 2021 version comes out and it tests successfully, I can give you further information on what would change.
Blue 7.
And also, there will be when it comes to the UAFL, there will be 4 new franchises: the Vancouver Mallards, the Montreal Terrapins, the Winnipeg Devil Cats, and the Mexico City Panthers. No, Jaguars.
Black 11. Black 11.
Now he's had an accident now. Like something's going on. Gotta roll out using your eye.
She took it. She took it.
I'll have to make it better when you can come with me. Jeremy?
Huh?
American fellow.
No. Might have a urinary tract infection. Dogs who get urinary tract infections.
I don't think Mama is wrong per se. I think she's wrong in what she's saying, but the part where it's like,
No,
I don't
give
think
me
the
them
logo's
cheese.
totally bad.
She thinks it's called.
Here, boy.
Well,
Actually, no, wait.
I think
There is.
by infertility people mean cause Mom, I found this. Okay, the more shots you take, like you take it every 3 months, right? It takes 3 months for it to come back. So say I take it for 2 years. It'll take 2 years for it to come back. So well, talk to the doctors and see what's going on, or
Ready.
if
Hike.
I'm upgrading this.
Blue 7.
I know, but talk
Blue
to
7.
doctors about it.
Alrighty, the Baltimore Braves are on the move. Oh yeah, the Braves are also changing their names too. It will change to the Platians,
Sit hut.
as that's the name of the 2020 version of the team. That doesn't mean it's a guarantee that they'll keep it. What I think that when they change the name to the Platians, I don't think it's the best thing in the world, because it sounds so similar to the Indianapolis Gladiators team name, and the Indianapolis is one of the teams that aren't changing their team name, which it's kind of like the DC Defenders being so close to the New York Guardians thing. I don't get why they would change the name of the team.
Survival. Play now.
to that.
They see me.
Hopefully, in the 2021 version, they'll change it again to something else.
Set. Tonight.
Because for some reasons, the Braves, the name itself
Set.
is not even. There is a baseball team based off of Atlanta that's called the Braves, and Baltimore is not Atlanta.
Black 30. Tonight.
So technically, we would be linked to the Razorbacks in that way, which is why the Braves is not normally the best name, because they're copying the other team called
If you yell at me while I'm doing this,
the
I
Braves
swear
in
to
the
God.
baseball,
I hate
which
when
is
you
why
do
they
that.
changed it in the
Do
first
not.
place, I think.
Black 8. Black 8. Set. Go.
This kid can't even edit. Like, holy crap.
Tonight.
So the kick was good by Los Angeles, which means now Baltimore is losing the game and Los Angeles is winning the game.
Blue 47. Blue 47. Hike.
Alrighty, so Baltimore now needs to get closer to the field goal range just to win the game.
Black 41. Black 40.
And that's a safety, everyone, which puts Baltimore in a very bad state. So who knew this could possibly happen at the end of the game? Is this the Los Angeles comeback, or is this Baltimore being whatever they want to do and lose again? Yes.
We've been doing virtual. Well, I'm still staying here to take care of you. Until you go back to work, that's when I go back to school. Oh, well then I'll be out for the rest. Mom.
So
Didn't my surgeon say they'll be
now
49?
Baltimore needs to stop these guys from going anywhere in order to have a chance to win.
Green 46.
And now they require a touchdown just to win the game as well because of that safety.
Jesus Christ, he keeps on barking and stopping and barking and stopping.
Green 1.
And on top of that, Baltimore does not have any timeouts left. Which means they have to do something in order to catch up to the lead.
Tonight.
Okay, Baltimore has the football. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if they can pull off the win in a minute. Oh, fun fact, if the Canadians win this game, then the Jets are eliminated, I think. Alright, there are 32 seconds left on the clock. Can Baltimore find a way to win?
Set.
It is third down already.
Green 29. Green 29. Set. Go.
Screen pass. taken down. It is 4th down. They have to get at least 4 yards or it's over. Well, actually, they need... And the game is over. The Los Angeles Tide has sacked the quarterback, and the Tide have found a way to win.
Great weapons, calm down.
And now we're going to move on to game number 2 in a minute after I post this.
Just try to at least.
Okay, don't kick Gage. He said he's gonna be good.
All right, we're going to take the screenshots.
Hopefully that should.
It's upsetting that the game ended like that. I really wanted to see something other than defenses failing or being too good. So the Tide have found a way to win, guys.
I don't believe you.
Now we will be back for the next game in a moment. In which the next game, I believe...
I have a question. Is this your only skin, Bridget?
Yeah, this is my Switch.
As our next game is the San Francisco Sharks, affiliated with the San Francisco 49ers, and the Cincinnati Royals, which is affiliated with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Stop kicking him.
I'm not even touching my phone.
Someone's kicking him. I'm not kicking him.
As that will be our second game of the
You got disconnected.
as that's what we're going to be doing next.
Big, are you kicking him?
No.
Yes, he is.
No, I'm not. I literally told you no.
Then why are you giggling?
I'm not here.
You are, you stupid idiot.
You're so bad at lying.
I can't help it when I'm smiling. You're gonna find my walking on the side.
Christ. At this point, he doesn't want to even try again.
No, I'm not gonna kick him a throat. You're gonna find. Oh, here, I'll blame myself. Oh, wait, no, I'm not his friend.
You're mean. No wonder.
Shut up.
I like how he only does it.
I like how he only does it when I do it.
Hey, I like one-upping you.
As if anybody cares.
I'm used to it. It's just to pick at you.
Look, I got some nice sweet tea right here in my lap.
Is this
What?
I can't wait. I can't wait to play with Gracie.
after this?
I don't care.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll enjoy it.
No, that's disgusting. I meant.
All right.
I meant like I want to be.
I've got that posted on Discord. Now, the next game is in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's look up the weather for Cincinnati, will me?
Dude, I'm looking like crazy. Is anybody glitching? I'm glitching like crazy.
Okay, we are now in Cincinnati, Ohio. The weather is clear. The time is nighttime.
I'm gonna die. Oh,
And the wind speed,
I need help.
5 miles per hour.
need help. You need, I need help.
I don't feel like walking, so
All right, we're preparing for the game. So the away team is the San Francisco Sharks, and the home team is the Cincinnati Royals. If I look at my phone correctly, I should have an image of the records for this week. Yeah, as one of them is a winning, one of them can become a tie team, which means the record would be tied with the number of wins, and losses would be the same. So, and that would be Cincinnati, and while the Sharks aren't really doing the best. But we'll see what happens here. So the game is going to be placed in Cincinnati, Ohio. So therefore, the closest stadium to there is in Indianapolis. It's shut down stadium.
yeah, I'm just gonna be sitting right next to you, being graduations are boring.
No, because this is gonna get on your phone because you're next to it. You're like, oh my god, this is
All right, welcome to Cincinnati, Ohio,
Games on your phone.
home of the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cincinnati Reds, and I don't know any other teams
I know, but I never deleted it, so it's still there.
other than the Cincinnati Royals as well, which I think they changed their names too. So when it comes to name changing for Cincinnati, I think they changed too. I don't remember what they changed it to. Both the Royals and the Rebels changed their names, as those two team names are almost identical when it comes to spelling, because they have 5 letters, and the first letter of both of them have a starting of the letter R. And their city names both start with the same letter, so they're almost like twins. But that's about to change in the next couple of seasons, as things are going to change. The Rousters are going to change. Some teams who were once good could become bad at football. I mean, it happens. It's regular football. But let's see what they can do in the 2017 Rouster. We would use the 2019 Rouster if the 2019 game was optimized to refer mobile devices, but it's not. Well, actually, if it was available on all... If COVID didn't happen, it would be we would be using the 2020 version right now.
Miranda, time to go to work. Wait, I'm getting another $100.
But because of the fact that COVID happened, the 2020 version for mobile was canceled. Meaning that all the things that were to come with it were never going to happen. So the only ones available on phone right now is the 2017 version and the 2019 version. Out of those two, the 2017 version is the only one that works properly. So if you want to play the game, play the 2017 version. I know it sucks, but it is what it is. I know it's not as good compared to the 2019 version when it comes to the features, but it's better than playing a game that just constantly will freeze.
Blue 19! Blue 19! Go!
I was going to get closer to a
Green 3! Green 3! Set!
Okay, the Cincinnati Royals.
No.
Now, when it comes to San Francisco, there are a couple of teams that are related to them. The San Francisco 49ers is the most popular one. Another popular favorite is the Golden State Warriors, who actually play in San Francisco. So that makes me wonder why they're not called the San Francisco Warriors.
You mean this?
16. Red 16.
Sorry.
There's also the San Francisco Giants of baseball. I don't know about hockey though. I don't think they have a hockey team, do they?
Green 33. Green 33. Ready, go!
But I know San Jose has that. I think San Jose might be closer than that region too. And they have the Sharks. I mean, not all of them have teams. So, by the way, the Cincinnati Royals scored a touchdown. As the race to the playoffs is still strong. As now that it is week 12, we're going to really start seeing teams get eliminated. So, when it comes to news about both San Francisco and Los Angeles,
Right rat? Right rat? Did he just say right rat?
in the NBA, both Los Angeles teams are still in the playoffs, I
I'm
believe.
gonna be right rat, guys. Actually, I need to pee.
Red, sit hut.
Which in the NBA, it would be the Los Angeles Clippers and the Los Angeles Lakers. One of them needs to move to San Diego. Because it makes more sense to not have 2 teams per city, please. And yes, that includes the New York Mets. And it also includes the New York Nets, along with the Brooklyn the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks. One of them's got to move because I think that's towards the same city. As Brooklyn's just a district in New York City, I believe. Kind of like Manhattan and Staten Island.
Just imagine the weird, like, my hands are like completely straight and right. The only person I've never mind.
Alright.
No, she caught my joke over.
So it is the Cincinnati Royals' turn to play the ball. Razorbacks.
He was being disturbing.
Hold the heck up. Oh, it's college football. I didn't even know there was a college football called the Razorbacks.
I need to see her at home. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Damn. Double down. Double inside.
That's college baseball for you. Sadly, my favorite university doesn't have a team. AKA Maryland University. I mean, why do they not have a team? I don't get it, bro. One day, hopefully that changes. because we recently did lose the lacrosse finals,
Red 23. Red 20.
as we were the second best of the entire country. So at least we're known for something. The only one that beat us is Virginia,
Green 17. Green
which
17.
I'm cool with Virginia as well, because we've been there a couple of times as well. And plus, they're part of Delmarva. Well, at least the tiniest portion of it is.
Red 44. Red 44.
Definition of Delmarva: 66% of Delaware, 33% of Maryland, and about 5% of Virginia.
You know what? That right there. You know what?
Which makes no sense, just at least the tip.
You're gonna
So yeah. So the Royals have scored again. They have 10 points now.
girl. You're listening to Mike. She's like. No. Are you sure?
Wow, what happened to that other lady? Did she have a heart attack and die? That's a great question. The blue-haired lady went somewhere.
State of Survival. Play now.
Black 21. Black 21.
Somebody said Justin's King Julian, and I'm.
Morrison passes to Sylvia. No, Silva. Why did I say Sylvia? Another useless deep pass.
Here.
Black.
It's Danny Gray.
So the Royals have the football again. Now, when it comes to the news of the Sharks in the preseason, they did not win the game. They lost to the Braves, which I think the score was 3-18.
He's so quiet. Like, talk. It's weird. You just hear him breaking my dog. Okay, not that. I know.
Black 21. Black 21.
Yeah, I think after this baseball in NCAA, I don't think there's anything left because the school year's about to end. It's about to be summer vacation, which means there's not going to be much to watch other than women's basketball, as in WNBA, which everybody likes to make fun of because some people are not skilled in that league, which I don't know why.
Blue 26.
But
Blue hike.
I guess it's just maybe one mistake they made, and that everyone's picking on
Red
it for it.
23. Red 23. Set hike.
Then there's also baseball, but there's so many baseball games at this point that
Red 10.
we just don't know what's going to happen.
Hike.
I don't need your help without it myself.
And my baseball team is not the best. The Baltimore Orioles have not gotten anything done in the past several years. So, I expect nothing more than getting 5th place in my division.
Blue 26. Blue 26. Green 3. Hike.
Especially
I think they showed it to him, but
with the team that got 2nd place last year, the Tampa Bay Rays in our division. It's literally the strongest team in our conference, in our division.
Blue 4. Blue 4. Set hike.
And when it comes to our division, we're obviously the weakest team. So I don't expect anything else. If you guys are from anywhere else around the country, then your expectations for your own team may be different, depending on what could happen. If you're a Dodgers fan, your expectations are probably really high because you guys won last year. But it's not going to be easy again this year unless if crazy luck happens and they are like the Blue Jays from the 1900s and win 2 consecutive World Series. As I think that's the last time there was a streak of 2.
Gas station. Gas station. Go to the gas station.
So yeah. And then in women's basketball, the Mythics aren't doing really well. They've lost a lot of games as it is. And it's not great for me. Oh, and oh wait, I almost forgot to leave out one sport, soccer. Now, I know there's no Premier League. Well, I don't really watch Premier League because my favorite teams are not in the UK. My favorite team is in the US, so it's in the Major League. It's in Major League Soccer, which there is Major League Soccer going on right now. There are games happening 3 days a week.
Green 29. Green 29. Set.
My team for that sucks as well, unfortunately, and that is the DC United. As DC United is the most high-end team when it comes to soccer, as I think soccer is the youngest major league sport in the country that has something to do with teams that has actually become popular.
Are you sure about that move?
As they are only doing their 25th season this year.
That's not the right move.
Along with the women's basketball.
Are you kidding me?
As well.
You can't see the solution? It's like right there.
Now, because it's not because the leagues are new, there's not many teams on there. As in the Women's National Basketball Association only has 12 teams.
Oh my god. I give up.
Was it 12 or 10? I don't remember. I don't know. It's either 12 or 10. There's also a women's soccer league as well that's going on as well. I forgot to mention. One of those 2 women's leagues are has 10 teams. The other one has 12. Now for MLS, there are a bunch of teams. There's not 32 though right now. I don't know how many there will be. Hopefully one day there'll be enough to separate them into divisions of 4, just like they would in a lot of sports in the U.S. Either divisions of 4 or divisions of 6. As in the divisions of 6, no, it's either 8 divisions of 4 or 6 divisions of 5. One of those will work. But right now there's 2 conferences with an uneven number, which is ridiculous. There's more teams in the Eastern region than there are in the Western region. Same story goes to some minor league baseball leagues. I think Single A has like 10 Western teams, but 20 Eastern teams. Do you think that makes sense? Answer is no. Half of them need to move to the other side because it's not fair.
But with this app, you won't have to take another job. You can earn some legit cash. All of your winnings going directly into your PayPal account. Download it now. Give it a try.
Bingo Clash. So back to Axis football. It is the 3rd quarter. Cincinnati scored another field goal. Now they are leading by a lot. So the hopes are dying for San Francisco unless they can come with a comeback and get 2 touchdowns in the next couple of minutes.
Blue 26. Blue 26. Go!
Deep pass is incomplete. That would have been a touchdown if it was caught, though.
Blue 19. Blue 19. Ready. Hike.
It is a first down again, so they get to reload on their shots.
Hike. Green 29. Green 29. Set.
I'm too far away.
Go.
There's Lee. Incomplete. All right, is the kick good? No, it is not. And they will not extend their lead and gain an extra possession,
41. Hike.
as the Sharks will take over in the third quarter.
Blue 47. Blue 47. Red 23. Red 23.
There's a deep pass in the field, which is caught by Jeff Ford. It's a first down for them. The Sharks can still win the game if they play their plays accordingly. They need to score 2 touchdowns. And if they do that, they should have enough points to take the lead against the Cincinnati Royals. But what they also need to do is have some of their offense block more of the defense from reaching the player. Work Birdie tripped over the air and fell. Third down. Work Birdie has fallen and can't get up. Fourth down. They're going to go for a 51-yard field goal attempt, which is no good. But Justin Tucker in the NFL would be able to make that.
Blue 33. Ready. Hike. Red 10. Red 10. Hike.
Because the storm is coming.
It is third down once again.
9. Red 9. Set. Hike.
And it's a first down for the Royals. What the Royals need to do is score another touchdown to close out the game against the Sharks. Well, as they defend, it becomes easier for them to keep the ball in their possession and close the game.
Blue 7. Blue 7. Set.
Yeah, I got the handsome relationship and the meter.
As we have now reached the 2-minute warning.
Hike.
Then this will take the Sharks to the 2-yard line. The first pass is incomplete.
Red 16. Red 16.
They got to find a way to get out of there. Otherwise, they're punting. And the ball's picked off right by their own end zone. All right.
Red 16. Red 16. Go.
So, because the football was intercepted, that changes the whole perspective of the game. Now Cincinnati needs to just score this game point to win, pretty much. Well, actually, they almost already won at this point, as there's only a minute left on the clock. But they can stretch their lead with a touchdown. And it's 4th down. And they're going to go kick it. And the score is now 16-0. Is there any hope left for the Sharks? I don't know. They've lost 8 times and they're about to make it 9. As each of these teams only have like 4 games left, so the best record that the Sharks can now receive is a 7-9 record, and that's not a playoff type of record.
I'm all in. So what will you choose?
And for Cincinnati, who's actually going to win the game and become a 6-6 record, the best record they can receive is a 10-6 record. No, I never said that. My siblings are being weird. Don't judge them. It is going to be... The Sharks are on the verge to being eliminated now because they have lost 9 times now. And not many teams have lost that many times.
Blue 26. Blue.
But there's going to always be somebody who loses a lot of games. There's always going to be somebody who wins a lot of games, kind of like Carolina, who are probably undefeated right now. I don't know if they won the game number 12 of the week.
How did they see me?
Because you were hiding at the edge. So yeah, that's the game. The Sharks lose and the Royals win. I'm going to go to Discord. I want to see the standings. Bring me the standings. I want to know if anything is happening. The Cincinnati Royals are now tied with the Baltimore Braves, as the Baltimore Braves have a 6-6 record, and so do the Royals. But the Royals have scored less points. So therefore, well, they actually scored a lot of points today, as they scored 16. So they're going to be plus 8 now, as they're out of the negatives.
This probably is my last round.
But the Royals are still in third. But if the Braves lose the next game and the Royals win their next game, then they will take over second place.
Oh my god. God, he looked like that.
And for the San Francisco Sharks, who have a 3-8 record, well, actually a 3-9 record now. Best number they can get is a 7, and they have to beat. And so, therefore, they are not eliminated yet, but they could be eliminated if they continue this pathway. As anybody who cannot possibly receive 5 wins is eliminated at this point on. Which is nobody from the NFC. So everyone in the NFC is still on the hunt. So wait for the NFC drama to happen. For the AFC, however, there are teams that won less games than anyone else. But even despite that, none of the teams have yet to be eliminated from playoff contention. Because there are teams that can still reach 6 wins, including the Racers. And including the Bloodhounds as well. But let's look at some of the scores before we can confirm that. So St. Louis lost again, so therefore they actually have 4 games remaining. So now the best they can get is 7 wins. But Tennessee has not played their game yet. And Tennessee is probably going to end up being the first team eliminated out of the playoffs eventually. Now we have one more game today. And that is the Atlanta Razorbacks versus the Miami Warriors. And where are they in the standings? So, standings. Atlanta. The Atlanta Razorbacks from the NFC are in last place in their division. If they lose today, their best record will be 7-9. If they win today, their best record would be 8-8. Now for their opponent, the Miami Warriors, I want to look at if the Nebraska Thunder won their game or not. Nebraska has not played their game yet, so we have no idea what happens. But if the Nebraska Thunder lose and the Miami Warriors win, the Miami Warriors will take over the division title. That's how serious Week 12 is. And who do the Nebraska Thunder play this week? I do not broadcast this game, so if you're a Miami fan, you would have to check out, I think, what was his name? Who play? I know there's one person that always does all Nebraska games. Nebraska head coach Real. He is the one that you will find all those games on. And they are playing the Louisiana Gators this week. As if you want to check him out if you're a Miami fan waiting for the game. And for the standings, we're going to take a look at where Louisiana stands to see how the odds of things. Louisiana Gators are a 4-7 team, so the chances are Nebraska Thunders are probably going to end up winning the game. But Miami is playing the Atlanta. We'll see what happens now after the break. Because I can't show you my actual location. As we're going to look up the weather for Miami, Florida.
Stop. You picking sides over there.
Welcome. So Miami, Florida's weather is cloudy. Well, it's partly cloudy. So I don't know what to put. So I'm just going to say it's going to be cloudy. Weather, the time of day is nighttime. And the wind speed there is 14 miles an hour. All right, let's broadcast the game now. This will be the last game of the week. I don't think I'll be able to do my gaming stream today.
Give me my fucking gun. I'm serious. Give me my gun. I just killed her for her. Give me my gun.
I don't understand.
Fine.
What gun? What happened?
You know what? I'm taking things away. I'm not even gonna tell you what I took away.
Oh. No.
No, don't talk to me now. It's too late.
All right, so any team that can clinch soon is gonna clinch soon. Weather is cloudy. Time of day is nighttime. Wind is super heavy because the wind speed is at like 14 miles an hour. All right, let us begin our final game of the week in Miami, Florida. This is the town where hurricanes are common. No. 12, 3, 4, 2, dead. 5, dead. 10, dead. Game over. Okay, so this is not a fake game, but it's not going to let you continue. It only lets you move like 4 inches.
Green 33. Green 33.
And right off of his head.
Black 5. Black 5. Green 3. Green 3. Set.
Hopefully nobody gets injured in the next season of the UAFL, because that's a possibility as well, because in the new version of the 2021 version, well, actually 2019 version has injuries.
Blue 19. Blue 19.
Oh,
Red
ew.
tonight.
That is the ugly skin. It looks like something from like the Simpsons.
So injuries are possible in the newer versions of the game. So expect change in the next year. This year for the UAFL, we will be using the 2017 version. Next year, however, we're going to change to the 2018. No, not the 2018 version. That's not available on mobile. The 2021 version, if it comes out by then. I mean, it has until like June to come out. But we hope it comes out sooner, because the earliest we need it is in May for the Golden Game. Which for this year it was the Nebraska Thunder versus the Pittsburgh Ironhawks. This next year it will be a different style Golden Game. There's a deep pass. Incomplete. And it is now a punt from the 41-yard line. But he could land at the 9-yard line, which is then carried to about the 20-something yard line.
Miranda, time to go to work. Wait,
I'm getting another $100.
If I
I'll get you the day off. $960?
But with this app, you won't have to take another job. You can
I'm
earn some
sorry,
legit
I
cash.
don't
All of your
care.
winnings going directly
Why
into
do
your
I
PayPal account.
ever want to make my
Download it
money
now.
playing bingo?
Try.
That's like a gamble.
Black 39. Black 39. Red Hood. Green 33. Green 33. Hood.
Is that a first? It is not.
Set. Go. Blue 26. Blue 26. Set.
Oh, there's a deep pass, which is caught by Bryant. And Bryant's going to go all the way for the touchdown. And an upset is waiting to happen here in Miami in front of thousands of Miami fans.
Alright, it's 10:30. Y'all take calls about last time.
All right. When the next commercial break happens, it's not going to be unpaused until we come back after this break.
Green 46. Green 46. Ready. Sit up. Green 46. Green 46. Hood. Green 1. Green 1. Tonight. Blue 47. Blue 47. Set. Hike. Blue 47. Blue 47. Hike. Sit up.
Yeah. Baby, you know how to extend these? I can't push on it. It hurts. Whenever you get up, grab it.
All right, guys, we're back. It's the second quarter. Miami must have scored while I was gone, but they must have missed the kick.
Everybody do what they gotta do. I've got to block off this fucking picture.
Red 23. Red 23.
I'm just in the water.
Red 23. Red 23. Sit up. Go.
All right, we're back. Miami with the football. Second quarter.
Go. Red 10. Red 10. Hike. Red 10. Red 10. Hut.
When it comes to teams, there's only one team that can win the entire season. This can be determined in lots of ways. But in this case, it will be first determined by who makes the playoffs, obviously. In Extreme Access Football League, which is the one you're watching right now, which is short for XAFL, the top the four division champions, and then and excluding those four teams, the three highest records will make the playoffs in each conference, totaling up to 14 teams. One team from each conference, which is the team with the highest record, will receive a bye game. and all teams who receive a bye game will not play in the wild card game, and will start their postseason careers in the divisional round. As in the wild card round, there will be 3 games, which means 3 teams will be eliminated. The 3 teams that survive in each conference will then take on either against each other and the other team. 2 of the teams will take on against each other, depending on the seed numbers. But if you are the lowest remaining seed, you will be playing
Are you sure
the number
about
1
that?
seed.
Are you
And then
really
after
sure?
those games, they would move on to the
That's not
conference
the right
championship
move.
game.
Are you kidding me? You can't see the solution? It's
And
like right
the
there.
last 2 teams would play together, and the winner of that game will go to
How do you even get up in the morning?
what in this league it's called the
I don't
Access
think you're
Bowl.
ever gonna be able to beat this game.
And whoever wins that game,
Oh my god.
and whoever wins Access Bowl 3 is the champion of Season 3. Now for the UAFL, Ultimate Access Football League, the playoffs is different. As we have 2 divisions. There's no conferences, there's just 2 divisions. Well, actually, we can kind of classify them as conferences if you want, because they're pretty much the same thing.
Green 33. Green 33.
They got Division 1 and Division 2. As each division will have 16 teams in it. And all the teams will play each team in their own division once, and one of those teams an extra time throughout the regular season.
Blue 26. Go.
Miami with a throw, and it's incomplete.
Blue 7. Blue 7. Set.
And then the top 8 teams from each division will make the playoffs, totaling up to 16 teams.
You're not getting any water. Not getting no water. Did you pee on mommy's floor? You peed on mommy's floor. Miranda.
As here's how the seating will work in that, because
Downstairs bathroom going to have a great full of water.
so here's how the seating would work. At the start of the tournament, there would be 2 divisions, the Division 1 tournament and the Division 2 tournament. Each of those would have 8 players, obviously. As first seed will play 8th seed, there are no bye games in this league, so therefore no one is safe after you clinch the playoffs. As first seed will play 8th seed, second seed. Oh, the ball is picked off. Now, as I was saying, first seed will play 8th seed, second seed will play 7th seed, third seed would play 6th seed, and 4th seed will play 5th seed. Now, next season, it's most likely will have an expansion in teams, and we will have every season we change the amount of divisions. Seasons 1 through 4 will be part of the first set of seasons. After those 4, it would reset back to the beginning, which would be 2 divisions. But next season there will be 4 divisions of 9.
Blue 7. Blue 7. Go.
You might be thinking hey, that doesn't total up to 32. That totals up to 36. You're absolutely correct, because if you haven't remembered, there are more teams coming to the league. And how many teams will make the playoffs will also be increased. it will be increased all the way up to 20. As we introduce a play-in tournament into the league system. Well, actually, no, we're not going to do play-in. We're just going to do a couple mini wild card games. As there would be 5 teams in each conference, in each division making the playoffs. Meaning 5th and 4th seed would have to play against each other first. And the winner of that game would play 1st seed. No. There's 9 teams in each division. But 5, because 5 of them make the playoffs. So, yeah. That's how that would work next season. If we do not if we are unlucky and don't get an expansion, then we will have 4 teams make the playoffs in each conference. Now, with 20 teams making the playoffs, there would still be another 16 getting eliminated. So that doesn't mean slack off. Now, this only applies for the next season, as Season 3 will be different as well, as we would have 6 divisions. Now, in Season 2, you will play each team twice. You will play each team in your division twice. Now, Season 4 is going to be the most crazy because there will be 8 divisions.
Green 33. Green 33 tonight.
And 4 of those divisions will have a traditional team. Because of the fact that the numbers would be unbalanced, as there would be 36 teams. But when we come, we're going to talk about this season, as this is Season 1. As in Season 1, there's going to be, after the wild card game, you would move on to the divisional game, obviously, where there would be 8 teams left in the playoffs, and 4 from each conference. Or each division, as I like to call it. And then afterwards, the winners of those games will move on to the Ruby Bowl and the Sapphire Bowl. The Ruby Bowl will be the championship game of Division 1, and the Sapphire Bowl will be the championship game of Division 2. As this will never change for those 2 divisions. When Season 2 comes out, though, there'll be 2, obviously, more divisions. So therefore, there will be a Emerald Bowl and a Topaz Bowl as well. And then so on, as there would be more. There would be up to 8 bowls. But back to Season 1, if the winners of this Ruby Bowl and the Sapphire Bowl will advance to the Ultra Bowl. The Ultra Bowl is the Super Bowl of the UAFL, and also the Access Bowl of the XAFL. So the stakes are really high as you play two really good teams play against each other. As the winner is the champion, and the loser is second place.
Green 46. Green
And then once
46.
that game concludes, it is officially the off season. By then, the new game would have come out, so there would be a video basically describing what the next season's going to look like. and what it means for every single team in the entire league. As obviously some players are going to retire, some players are going to get added. As this is a 4-year change, because we couldn't really change mobile for a while because of the fact that the 2020 version got canceled and the 2019 version failed.
Green 29. Green 20.
So yeah, now we're going to talk about this game because it actually turns out the Miami Warriors are actually going to lose. Which means one of the requirements is already failed. A huge upset has happened in Miami today. As the Atlanta Razorbacks have beaten the Miami Warriors in a surprising victory. So congratulations to you Atlanta fans, as this is not a everyday thing. This is going to be a surprise to the entire server as well, as they're probably not expecting the Warriors to lose. And it's also good news for Nebraska Thunder fans, because now they can't take the lead, as they've lost again. So that wraps up the game. Let's look at the documents now. So Atlanta won. So if now they're going to need the Nebraska Thunder to win today. This week. And if they do win this week, they will have a tie record. As now the Razorbacks are 4-8. And for the Warriors, they are now 7-5 because they took a surprising loss to the Razorbacks, which is good news for the Thunder. Now for Carolina, who are 11-0, are they 12-0 yet? Yeah, they're 12-0 now. They're 12-0, which means that is your lucky number. 12 is your most lucky number. Did the Minnesota Pride win today? No, I thought they didn't play the game at all. As for the Carolina Rebels, six. So the Orlando Rockets, did they win? I thought they played. No, they did not. Oh, yeah, they did. They did. It's not blank. I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be blank, but... I saw the post. I don't know what he's talking about, but... I'm going to go ahead and post the Cincinnati game, too. No, not these. Royals shut out the Sharks. It shouldn't be blank. I mean, there it is right here. It's literally right here. I don't know what he means. Oh, I went up too far. Look at this. Oh, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. Oh, no. I didn't notice that. Huh. Interesting. That is weird. Anyone else had this issue? Look at this. It's nothing. It's nothing, bro. What does that even mean?
Everybody done in the kitchen?
What this probably means is the stats for this week's Braves game for the Braves quarterback have not been tracked for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Never had that problem before. But I'm going to go ahead and post the Miami game as well. All right, I'm going to post a Razor. That's actually Nebraska right there. So he's going to be really happy when he finds out that this is the score. Boom. That's the score. The Warriors lost to the Razorbacks. So yeah, that's going to wrap this stream up. If you guys enjoyed, please click the subscribe button so you will always know when the next game comes out. Tomorrow, we're going to have some preseason action. Day 3 of preseason week 1 starts tomorrow. Now, days 1 and 2 were not broadcasted because of the fact that we were not here. So yeah, let's get ready for tomorrow, I guess.